Okay.
Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, I try to speak a bit more slow then as
Yes.
well because
Thank
sometimes I speak too quickly.
you.
So, yeah. Why do you want to do a PhD?
PhD in my country, qualification and PhD is very important to work, and
Yeah,
I need it to improve my jobs and my business. And
yeah,
AI is great for uh, this matter, this thing.
yeah,
And
indeed, indeed.
this is first one, and another one is about my uh, master thesis. As you might have seen in my CV, I have a
Yeah,
master degree in media management, and
yeah,
my thesis about focus on stereotyping in advertising. Lately,
yeah,
I have been really interested in how AI is changing advertising, especially in creativity and ethics.
yeah, yeah, indeed. Yeah. There is, yeah, lots of things are changing in that front. Yeah,
Yeah.
like this, yeah, like how content is created, how it is distributed, how it is like, well, I don't know if it's changing that much consumption, but at least but at least the supply chain part, the concept creation and distribution and how it works, that there is a big changes are going there. That's
Yes.
for sure.
Uh,
Yeah,
I want to know more about your project, and
yeah,
I had some ideas about my proposal, and I want to
yeah,
share them with you. And
yeah,
from our emails, I know my proposal is very focused on media study, and your
yeah,
project is about um, information systems. So
yeah,
I have been working to adjust it toward an information system approach.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So yeah, so how would I say? Because this the project sits somewhere in the middle, like that. It's a little bit of
it's,
information systems kind of organization, like information systems from the perspective of organization theory, sociology, a little bit of media and computer science as well. So
are,
that's it. Yeah, go
are
ahead.
you okay with my approach to study stereotypes, or I must change it completely?
Yeah, so I think that here the advertising is like, let me explain a bit more what we are after. So because if you think of like information ecosystems, like collectives of people who use and like create and consume information, of course they are like in a many different forms. It varies different, like between different industries, different groups, like there are many ways. But if you think about the long history of things, that for example when we had first there was writing, and then eventually we went from hand copying books to printing press, and then we got the internet, and then we got the platforms, and then something else comes. So always when we have this kind of technological changes, like in that, it also somehow changes completely, not completely, but it adds kind of new layer to how we
Yeah.
create and circulate and consume information,
Yes, yeah.
with all sorts of social and economic and ethical implications.
Okay. Uh, I
And
okay.
yeah, if I continue. So, and then that is the like the overall framing. And then we would like to know that how this is information ecosystems are changing with generative AI. And then when you write a research proposal, then you would need to define that what do you mean by information ecosystem, and then kind of closely focus that okay, which one of the information ecosystems you are looking. Somehow we have an idea that we as we put in the advert as well, that like for example internet search, so like web search and social media, they are changed. But of course there is lots of advertising going on there as well because they funded by adverts.
Yes. Uh,
So
about
yeah, so
ecosystems components, if
mm,
we study each component dependently, uh,
mm,
independently, they can not be true because a system have, are different to components, and
yes, indeed.
I think we can study each component, and then they create ecosystem maps and show interaction between them.
Yes, yeah, indeed. So it is components, interactions, how might be that how the connections are changing, how the systems are changing, how they are taking a new form, for example. So in that sense, when we are looking into that okay, what went before, what is different with generative AI, somehow we would need to see that okay, what was the state of things before and how it is changing. Yeah,
Uh,
so it is the about what we have in mind, that it's not fully enough that you look okay how it is now with genera. It's kind of like how we understand the change, because then when we know that what it was, what it could be,
yes.
then we can see that the change and what the implications of that might be, what are the yeah.
I prepare some slides. If
Yeah,
it's possible, I share it.
yeah, yeah, just a second. Yes, now you have a presenter, right?
Thank you. My first slide is about
Yeah, I can't see it yet.
stereotypes in advertising. Uh, it's okay to show it.
Yeah, yeah, you can
It's
share it, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You see.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. In the first slide, I say to ChatGPT, draw 10 scientists side by
Mm.
side. Uh, it's draw a majority of men, and it's a very famous
Mm.
stereotype and gender stereotype,
Yeah.
uh, which has twice many male scientists.
Yeah.
In next one, I ask it, there are a successful family at home.
Mm-hmm.
As you see, uh, it's there are a white Western family, and
Mm.
when I say there are a miserable family, it's uh, show as a Muslim and Eastern family.
Mm. Yeah.
Another one is about Mexican Americans. I
Mm-hmm.
say to ChatGPT, there are a gangster family with elements of their nationality. As you see, uh, it's there are a Mexican family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And at the end, I say to ChatGPT, there are a black family and there are a Finnish family. As you see,
Mm.
it's there are a black family. Uh, are they are smiling, they are interact with each other, they are sit close to each other, but
Yeah.
Finnish are far from each other, and they show cold bolded, and
Yeah.
it's a famous stereotype of introverted Finns and extroverted black people. and many other stereotypes are uh, generated in AI. It's
Yeah,
because they are they are focused on frequency, and
yeah,
they generate
yeah,
more stereotypes, and
yeah.
it is okay to study this in your project.
Uh, Not quite. So it is, yeah. Rather, we would be looking for that then, because this is, of course, this is relevant and it is an important thing to know as well that what are these kind of cultures, kind of like representations. What we probably have more in mind is that like kind of how the information economic flows are changing in society as a result of generative AI. And then that is something that is slightly different because it gives you an idea if you look but think about like a economics and like a social systems and things that like how people interact
Uh,
and like what are the kind of social structures, what are the interaction patterns, what are the where might financial transactions happen and all that. So that gives more like a structural perspective that what is this kind of structure information ecosystem structure and its change,
change.
and in that sense that probably that underlying change of this information ecosystem structure it also can inform us where this kind of the structural reason to some ways that okay where do we get these images as stereotypes that the systems produce.
I have another slide. Sorry,
Yeah.
I share it. In this slide, I try
Yeah.
to have a plan uh, for uh,
Mm-hmm.
for study ecosystems. And in first
Yeah.
step, I selected 400 400 advertising, and
Mm-hmm.
they are or subject in here. Uh,
Yeah.
this first step, I selected 400 advertising from TelAds or any other website
Mm-hmm.
in 2010 to 2020, because it's the time before generative AI become, and
Yeah.
5 years gap, and then I try to um, ex- try to say quickly, and then
Yeah.
I reverse engineering from advertising, and made some for Android ad briefs
Mm-hmm.
in template, general information, content, target audience.
Yeah.
Then we create video from briefs in two
Yeah.
groups. First group use ChatGPT and Sora, for example, and another group use Gemini and Pika.
Yeah.
Command and prompts are recorded. Uh, Participant background are recorded. The content analysis process for on videos, both
Mm.
AI generated and human created videos, uh, focus on ethnic, national, racial, gender,